What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar, and welcome back to another dancehall video tutorial. Another one where we're going to talk about drums and creating drum progressions and drum patterns. You know what I mean? Never a few videos about it, but somebody asked me about it. I figure I'm going to just do something fresh rather than just say them go watch the whole video, you know what I mean? Which is actually my most viewed video of all time, was how to create dancehall drum patterns. I think it there like 30,000 views, which is crazy. So much love for the continued support over the years, you know what I mean? So let's get into it. So we have a couple of ways in the modern era to make drum patterns. You have the manual way, and then you have the lazy boy way. I feel kind of guilty because I have a MIDI kit, a whole MIDI kit about drums coming out in the very near future. So let's do the easy way first, right? So let's say you buy the Yard Business drums, which I don't know what the price gonna be yet, but let's just say you buy it, right? And you open it up, and then you come and you see a phone and you see industry producers, you know, and we have 18 different producers out of the music industry, or 18 different drum progression from different producers. We have Hampton, we have Papidan, we have Birch, around the corner, One Time, Seismic, T100, Studio Vibes, Troublemaker, Sweet Hype, True Ambassador, Din Din, Navigator, you know what I mean? So you have a lot of variety. So you open up a kit, so let's do Hampton. So you open up a kit, you see 3 file in there, you see 96 BPM. Let's say Riddim 96 BPM, it could be even more than that, right? You just load in your kick and drag in a MIDI. Literally. That's the kick, that's the snare, and that are the hi-hat. Just that fast. Oh, sorry about that. I'm actually declone the snare, so let's change that. This is the hi-hat. And then you have drums already, you're not enough to worry about it. You can just load up like a X-Pan. And then immediately just, you know, load up a string. So let's load up a string. Speak out the strings up and down. And then let's say you buy the Yard Vibes MIDI Madness when it come out. You know what I mean? Which, I don't know when this is going to come out, right? And we'll go F major, right? And we'll look for something din style. So we go where the F major. I'm trying to find something, what I say, din style. So yeah, you're coming and saying you just on down MIDI, you have drums already. You know, all I look for you now is just one nice little melody for go with what you already have. You understand what I say? And just draw for sitting. Where they? Just see one I'm like. Just see it all I'm 230. Just see it. Right click, search, chopper. You know what I mean? Click. And just like that, you have Riddim. You understand? But that's the easy way, the shortcut way or whatever. So let's say you never buy the kit and you just want to know how to do it the manual way. Can do that too, simply. So I have a code I use we treat it as like a foundation, right? So the old school way of dancehall was layer the kick and layer the snare, right? So let's grab a snare that kind of resembles something old school. So let's go snares, Yard Vibes. So something like this, kind of like an old school type of snare. Not fully, but you know, you get the idea. And the old school way of doing it was basically just layer up the snare and the kick. And that was the whole pattern. You understand what I say? That was the whole way. A lot of dancehall rhythms nowadays take on this trap type of vibe. So stuff like that don't work, you know, in the modern dancehall, because rhythm them are less energetic, they're more laid back, you know. And the melody really carry the rhythms as opposed to the drums nowadays. You understand? So a chord code I like, you know, and just kind of similar to the one there is the 1471114. So 14711 meaning the first note, the fourth note, 7th note, the 11th note, and then the 14th note, which is pretty much exactly what we just have. So that's one progression or one pattern one I like. You understand? You don't have to think of it in numbers. You can just use your ears. You understand? But like I said, that don't work with the modern way of dancehall because the trap snares fall upon the 4th and upon the 7th. So it's like you pretty much kind of would have try force the track to have a old school vibe if you listen. You know, the kick not really necessarily fit in no more in the 7th and the 11th spots. So now we just play the kick and make the snare take over some of the work. You understand what I say? So now you know, and then the kicker do all of the work. And it's so simple, let's just draw out a simple pattern. Literally, that's the pattern. Cool. So you add energy, you add variations, you just add changes. So let's say we have this a play, let's go into the piano roll. You know, you just add an extra note here or there, and that alone can you know, add a little bit of energy to where you have a go on. Same thing with the hi-hats. You don't have to have the typical, which is nothing wrong with that. But you get a lot more energy out of the track by adding hi-hats in a sporadic placement. So like 1 here so, 2 there so, 1 here so, slide here so, 1 here so, 3 here so. You know what I mean? You get more out of it that the way there. Then once you have the pattern, just like with the snare, you come in and like I say, you add your little variations. So we know we have the hi-hat. So let's switch this to quarter note, which is already set to. Let's add on one roll right there, so. You know, and like I say, you just add energy, you just build the track over time. Moving on, you have open hi-hats. Typically, the thing with open hi-hats is you either don't place it upon one of the kick, or you don't place it upon a half beat before one of the kick. You understand what I say? And if you pay attention, it falls before the kick, but it also falls in between two snare. It's not anything on purpose, but just giving stuff room for breathe. You understand what I say? Like if you put it on the snare, it's hard to distinguish, but we put it between the snares and now it have a little bit of room for peak out for a little second and then vanish again, you know what I mean? Then we have percussion. Same thing with percussion. You use percussion to fill out space and for, you know, for create that energy, some ear candy. Cool, we have another percussion here. We already have percussion at play here. So you just find somewhere where this can live by itself and just do what it do. Cool. Now, remember we say you have to give things a chance to breathe. So if we pre, this last one they fall on the same spot as one of these. So how you get a chance to shine. Now you start play around with the panning. So let's say go in a pan, I will take the first one and the second one, I will push them 60% or so to the right or to the left, and we'll push the other one in the opposite direction. So now we are get even though it a play on the same step as another sound, because it in a different location, it allowed that the sound if it play while it a play, and you can distinguish the two. So if we just listen to just the two of them together, and then also at the same time, it's ear candy, because I say, oh, the fuck me I hear it over here, so 1 second, and the next second me I hear it over here. So you understand what I say? So it give you that type of feeling. Now the ear candy feel where it's like, damn, well, go on. And it make you think everything together. You know, and just like that, you know, we have a melody. And like me say, if you already have your melody or whatever it may be, let's load up we'll go mallets, and we'll load up the xylophone. Actually, we'll load up the marimba. So yes, let's just say you have your melody or whatever, and you know, you just want to add drums to it. You know, that's the way you would create it. But if you know you have the drums first and you want to drag in a MIDI on your melody, you can do the same thing. And then the thing about drums is that it's not tempo specific. Some could have raised this to 110 BPM and it'll go same. It's all faster, but at the same pattern. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff to it. You know, hopefully I kind of cover everything what you did ask me to do. So that's how me create my drums. Them, of course, me move a whole lot faster because me I do it now for a while. So definitely practice. That's the one thing I can't stress enough. You have to practice, you have to do it, you know. If you have to then the feel I put in the work. You know, you will see the benefits of years me I do it. So it might seem like it easier, it's like me I rush more while, but it's just because me I do it for a while. So let's add sort of nice kind of like happy melody to this thing. Let's see what it sound like. But get the idea though. So, like I said, hopefully I learned something from the video. Just how fast it is to, you know, build a nice simple beat or whatever. This was what, 30 minutes, you know. And this could be a rhythm, you know. You know, you add a couple more elements and it's shot, it gone. So definitely, like I said, look out for the hard business drums. Anything you want to know, just ask, drop it in the comments, and we get it done. Until next time, it's your boy Itz-Beez-Da TrackStar. Peace.